Third time's a charm. Let's do this. We can do this. We can do this. I believe in this. Who knows? I probably am not going to get any views on this video, but whatever. It's Friday. I'm going to build. That's what I'm going to do. Looks fine on my end now. I reset my router. I reset my modem. I reset my computer. Should be good. Let me know. I didn't even realize what was going on until I saw everybody just flooding. Just looks like shit. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh no, what happened? And I noticed I was just, building my little coils. And then all of a sudden, just stutter, nothing, dead, stream died. No clue why. I was using OBS broadcasting software to run the stream, and it just gave up. My CPU usage was fine. It didn't clog up the CPU or anything. Both of my webcams died. No clue why. And now I'm just going to use a Hangout. This is just a Google Hangout. 720p should be fine. I mean, looks fine on my end, just saying. But I don't think the quality is quite as good, but whatever. Sorry about the delay. Sorry about everything. We should be back up and running. And for those of you that caught those two little mess-up streams, yeah, that's a piece of history right there because they are gone. But sound sucks. Oh, shit. Hold on one second. I forgot to change my mic. Brio mic. There we go. Hopefully that sounds a little bit better. I don't know. I don't have any control over the gain or anything like that. I have no control here. It's out of my hands at this point. Add an OBS. No way I'm touching OBS right now. OBS was terrible. Either that or it was the internet, but whatever. What's done is done. Let's get back to work here. Now I have to go through a painful process to get the camera back down to the table. But for science, we shall persevere. All right, let's just get these camera settings back. Do a little of this, a little of that, a little more gain. Oh, wait, this is a Brio. Oh, no. Let's change this one. Turn up the gain, turn down the exposure time. There we go. Sorry, I'm doing this on the fly, guys. Had no time to waste here. Had to get back to work. And oh, now I look yellow. Find that happy medium. All right. Good enough for me. All right. So we have our one coil here. Ta-da. And we're just building our second one now. 11 wraps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, careful not to double up. 8, 9, 10, and 11 full, and then an extra half like that. There we go. Quick before the knuckles freeze. Nice. Oh my God. Frozen knuckles. Is that as bad as dry knuckles? Oh, drama. All right. So this coil looks good to me. And it is identical to the other one. There we go. I'm just going to shrink this window down. Well, damn. We're actually doing better on this stream than we were on the others, which is actually a good thing. So there we go. All right, let's get this in center frame so we can zoom it in a little bit. Luckily, I still have some control over the webcams. A little bit closer. That works. Works for me. So this is actually a pretty easy part here, is positioning your coil. You just want to slide this lead right underneath the bottom post. You can do it like this actually too. Makes it even easier. And boom, you can just let it kind of chill there if you wanted to. You want to just kind of position it right where you want it. Grab your screwdriver. I'll try to do this on camera for you guys. This is not how I would normally build. Like, that's the whole thing with Fresh Build Friday, is it's not how I would normally build, because normally I'm like right up in my coil. Like, I'm on top of that. Like, my face is like right next to it. And when I do Fresh Build Friday videos, I have to like constantly be repositioning the RDA to make sure it's center frame and in focus and all that. So it does take a little bit of a toll as far as the the production quality goes. I have to kind of make some sacrifices, and that's why a lot of times you'll see some of these like little random jump cuts. It's because I'm repositioning something, or I'm just like double checking something. I don't know. Just want to move this one over a teensy bit there, like that. Kind of have to go a little bit back and forth with this one. Just get the position. I like to get it the positioning really damn close before I lock everything in. That way I don't really have to do much adjustments, many adjustments afterwards. Man. Well, my Friday was going really, really nice up until this point. I mean, it's fine now. You know what? It's fine now. However, I just try to put out good quality content, you guys, and just that going on, that whole thing going on just really brings me down, because I like to give you guys my best and my all, and I try to give you like high quality content, that's like professional, even though I'm not a professional. But, that's just me. That's just how I operate. So you guys can kind of see what we got going on here. This little tiny, oh wow, my contrast is like way off. Bring up the contrast a little bit. No shame in that. So little tiny baby coil. Let's focus in a little bit more. No, a little bit less. I feel like I'm in like this focus dead zone right now. Oh, that's pretty close. Oh, that's too close. There we go. So yeah, little tiny baby coil. And I'm just going to position this one real quick. The thing with this bit, this 1.5 millimeter bit, is that you got to be super careful with it. You kind of have to move it at the top and bottom at the same time, because it's very fragile. So that's why I want to be like spot on perfect even before I get to it with the bit going back through. So that's that one done. Let's get this one going here. Luckily, this is an easy coil, for me at least, because if this was a difficult coil, I'd probably just be like freaking out right now. I'd be like, screw it, I'm doing round wire. There we go. So yeah, get it as close as you can first before you lock it in. Just try to get it positioned where you want it, like that. And then tighten one side down. And if anyone tries this build, or any one of my builds for that matter, I want to see some pictures. Post them up in the Cloud Crew group or something, I just thought this one would be a lot of fun. Fairly relaxing build. I see a Devil Vapor in chat. I see a couple other people I recognize. Clownette, big shout out to Clownette. She is actually an admin, or a mod rather, on my channel now, because she likes pimping the links and that like button. So thank you, promo Clownette. Plus, she's cool. She's super cool, and so is her fiance, or yeah, fiance. So yeah, those guys are awesome. Love the clowns. Clown is a moderator, or an admin rather, on my Daily Vape TV Cloud Crew page. All right, this is starting to get a little bit out of hand here. Come on, wrangle that wire. All right, that's pretty damn good. Pretty damn good right there. Pretty happy with that. All right. Ta-da! All right. There we go. So, pretty darn good. Pretty close to perfect, you know, without really too much tuning up here necessary, which is good. Just kind of nudging things around little by little. I love this idea of these like vertical dragons too, because it just shoots the vapor straight up, which is really cool. All right, so I think I need a new battery in this ohm reader real quick. I kill them so quickly. Okay. Nope. What? This one's dead too? Damn it. Do I have a charged battery? Should have thought of this before I started the stream, huh? Let's see. Well, this one's dead too. Well, we'll just go with a pretty much dead battery for now. Oof, it's reading real low. How the hell is this reading so low? Well, this battery's dead. Let's see. I think I got at least a little bit left in this one. I have a whole bag full of batteries. Oh, this one's pretty much full. Huh, that's weird. All right, let's tune them up. 0.06. Hopefully this jumps up. Last night it came out to 0.11. Okay. Same exact build, same diameter, same amount of wraps. Let's see what's going on here. God, I can't keep this thing in center frame. Oh, jumped up to 0.07. There's my ceramics. Oops. Do a little brush and a scrape here. Still reading 0.07. No clue why. Let's let this sucker heat up a little bit. Let me see. 0.07. That is very strange. I swear this thing was reading 0.11 on the money. All right, we're starting to jump up a little bit here. If it comes out to 0.11, I'm totally happy. I mean, 0.09 could be okay, but damn. 0.1. Oh, we're almost there. Yeah, this battery I think is toast though, because it was reading full a second ago. Now it's reading completely dead. 0.11. There we go. So I'm actually going to wick this a little bit differently than how I did it last night. Because last night I used 2 separate pieces of cotton. This time I think I'm going to just do one. I think we can make it happen. Still got to tune up these coils a little bit more. Because this one doesn't want to cooperate with me. Everything else, I mean, it's looking pretty good up from the top view there. How's it going, everyone in chat? How we doing today? All right, we are looking good. We are looking good. Vimeo users would have it done by now. But Dean, aren't you on Vimeo now too? Could have sworn I saw that. Oh, now it's too hot. Well, I think we were done anyways. Let's let the coils cool down for a second. And while we do that, I'm just going to go back up to the main screen here and chat with you guys for a second. Ta-da! Da-da-da-da-da-da. And fix my camera settings. Boop, 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 boop. Do-do-do-do. Na-na-na, na-na-na. There we go. We're good. All right. Very hot coils right now. And ohm meter with a dead battery. Dean, come on. It's not our only option right now. We have a vape tube that's kind of up and coming. And a few other things that are on the horizon. But, oh, geez, Nightbot. Oh, Nightbot's on it. Be nice to my friends, Nightbot. I will crush you. But yeah, we'll be talking about a little bit of that good old YouTube-y stuff tonight on Vape Stew with our special guest, Matt Cully. Matt Cully from Suck My Mod. Oh yeah, PayPal is an anti-vape. They've always been anti-vape. I got something that says like I was selling vape stuff through PayPal or something, and in actuality it was like someone's FDA fee that I charge for my giveaways. Like they sent me money and I don't know how it got flagged for vape stuff, but I don't know. What's my favorite tank build? Depends which tank, really. I mean, that's my honest answer, but I will say good classic tank build, probably, I mean, 7-wrap 2636 fused Claptons. That's a pretty easy go-to. Comes right around 0.2 ohms at 3 millimeter using all nichrome. Yeah, vape tube's a thing. It's becoming a thing. Yeah, I learned pretty quick that my pounding block is not very good. Not a very good solution. I thought I had it worked out. I'm like, oh, this will be perfect. Yeah, no. Look, I learn something new every time, and you guys get to watch me fail like hard. So enjoy that. All right, back to the build. Let's do this thing. Let's do this wicking. This is going to be tricky. Tricky wicking. Man, this ohm meter is warm. I'm not going to say hot. I wouldn't say it's hot, but it's definitely warm. All right, let's see here. Zoom out a little bit for this. And focus.
I think that's pretty close. Oh, I just had it tack sharp. Right there. Perfect. All right. So, of course, today we'll be using some of this Native Wicks cotton that I use in all of my Fresh Build Friday videos because that's why they give it to me. So there you go. Can you get Blaz in Australia? Oh, dude. I am terrified of Australia's laws. Oh, my God. The vaping laws there are crazy. We haven't even entertained the possibility of Australia yet. It seems impossible. I don't even know how you guys vape out there. Let's see. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be kind of taking the flattest part of the cotton and just peeling off like a strip from there. As close to a strip as I can get with like a round piece of cotton, if that makes sense. And I mean, that's kind of flat-ish. You can kind of see the fibers. You can kind of like roll it between your fingers to space them out a little bit and flatten it more. Let's see. The flat part of my desktop vise is rubber. Don't know if I can use that as a pounding block at all. I'm just going to get some jeweler's tools because I got a buddy that's a jeweler and he pointed me in the right direction. So that's my plan next time it comes to flattening anything. Let's see. Let's bring in the RDA again. All right, plan is for this one here, go through the middle like this, and then just tuck it around the coil. Think that'll work. Hopefully I have enough cotton. Oh, this is going to be tricky. It's going to be really, really tricky. And I'm going to try to like squish it up a little bit, just the tip of it so I can get it behind here, and hopefully just pick at it with the tweezers. There we go. Okay. Actually, yeah, I think this might work. Try to pull a little bit more towards the center so you get like, yeah. I know what I'm talking about. LC Builds, yeah, big shout out to LC Builds for sending me some coils, man. That's awesome. I'm gonna eventually use them, but you know, people on here hate it when I do pre-made coil builds, so I'm gonna kind of pick my right moment there because I don't want to just barrage people with nothing but pre-made coil builds. And I do get a lot of people that are offering to send me coils and that I get coils from at shows and whatnot. So, you know, don't be surprised if I showcase those guys, because I do have to show some love for the people that, you know, do that for me. But I promise not to do it every single week. All right, so plan is tuck this cotton back into the middle, as tightly as possible around this coil here, like that. That's actually looking pretty decent. And then we're just going to shove some cotton in the bottom to block off the hole. Try to keep it somewhat fluffy, but just really tightly wrapped around there. Can you guys see what I'm talking about here, though? Like, I'm trying to, like, I feel like I know what I'm talking about. Just going to wrap it real tight around there. And Sammy Nitro actually gave me a pretty good suggestion, too, that if this is not enough cotton, then I'm just going to take the chimney section off the top of the Lucid and stuff the thing with cotton, basically. This thing with dragon builds is like, there's no good way to wick a dragon build. Let's face it. It's all just kind of guessing. All right. This one, I don't know. This is going to be tricky. want to get some more cotton a little bit higher, but it's really difficult. Hopefully the top wrap of this coil doesn't get too hot. I mean, it didn't really glow very quickly, so I feel like I got a few seconds at least. All right, now we're just gonna take a little scrap of cotton here. Just got this little random scrap, and we're gonna tuck it underneath this coil. I need the pointy tweezers. Let's see. Tuck it up underneath. Just lay it across the bottom. Like so. There we go. It's actually pretty nice. Looks like it kind of closes off that hole at the bottom, no problem there. And now I need another piece of cotton, which I'll just take off a little chunk here. It's about the same time. Just a little tiny square. This might actually be a little too much. Let's just take a tiny bit off there. All right. Tuck it, tuck it, tuck it. All right. Wow. All right. That's yeah. That seems pretty logical. Seems like it's gonna work. Famous last words. Oh man, I hope this works. Worked last night, but I had my cotton set up a little bit different. Feels like this one's gonna get dry real quick, but hey, it'll be fun. All right, let's do this. Today we're using some Blaz Mango, now available on lucidrda.com. Make sure you use the coupon code DailyVapeTV for 15% off your purchase of Blaz e-liquid. There you go. There's your plug, Stan. Where's my check? Just kidding. It's an inside joke. If you guys are part of the Vape Stew Discord server, oh my God. We have so many inside jokes. It's not even funny. So make sure you get in on that. Just join the Vape Stew Crew group on Facebook to get involved. All right, so we're just gonna drench this sucker. And that will be that. What could possibly go wrong, right, Enders? Again, shout out to Sammy Nitro for the idea. To be fair, I didn't even know that he did a dragon build, but after seeing his, I'm like, oh, hell yeah. Stan showed me that last night, and it looked awesome, so I had to give it a shot. Some final little adjustments here. I usually kind of go through the middle too, just kind of make sure everything still goes in nice and smooth, like so. And this will not be very impressive. Ooh, dead battery. But let's bring it on up to the normal cam here. Boo-ba-doo, boo-doo-boo, boo-ba-doo, boo-doo-boo. Hey, all right. So now that we're back up here, we're just gonna put our top cap on to get this thing off of here. And we've got the V by Dovpo. That's what we're going to be using today. Really been loving this thing lately. Just going back to good old voltage mode. Hashtag voltage mode. All right, so we're at 0.11 ohms. I'm going to start off at like 3.5 volts because I don't trust this wicking quite yet. It has yet to be proven. So we're going to see if we get a big old fireball here. Woo! Okay. Hot magma. Woo! Seems to be working all right. Smells all right. Doesn't smell like burnt metal, so that's a good sign. Now, as far as airflow is concerned, you want it. Sparklers everywhere. You want your airflow. Doesn't really matter for Dragon coils. Just make sure you have some airflow going through the RDA. I know people are going to disagree with me there, but just try to get some airflow going on and find a sweet spot when it comes to just kind of the smoothness of it. There we go. That's it. That's it right there. And I never really enjoyed a Dragon coil. Like, I've done them before, and it's a lot of fun to mess around with, but I usually take them out after a couple of days. But this one's awesome. Even at 3.5 volts, like, I'm happy. It's not a scorching hot vape, which is good. I mean, normally Dragon coils for me are like red hot, scorching fire vapes, but this one, not that bad. Really not that bad. Yeah. What more do you want? So, yeah, not a bad little vape. It's a lot of fun to do, a lot of like fun to build. It's not very difficult at all. And flavor's decent. I feel like I got a little bit better flavor last night, but could be wrong. Cotton's still breaking in. Let's let the cotton break in. Then I'll talk to you guys a little bit later on the Vape Stew show, or Vape Stew. I don't really call it the Vape Stew show, but I'll mention it in on Vape Stew later. We'll talk about the flavor there a little bit when I do the little gallery, the what do they call it? Buffet. That's what Stan calls it. All right, Michelle wants me to put it on her mod, the Dull Dime number 20. So that's what I'm going to do. The Lucid's going to look ridiculous on it, but I will do it for her because she's such a sweetheart. Oh, Altoids 10. Yay. Altoids 10 mod. Dull Dime. Go check them out on Facebook and Instagram. Michelle Lynn is a sweetheart. And she's actually a moderator on my page. Michelle, feel free to throw your link in chat if you want. You're a mod, so screw it. 510. Oh, the Lucid 510 is just humongous. But look at that. No problem whatsoever. Threading this thing on. I have to readjust my airflow again. Boop. And get the old vape towel out from a door. Love a door for this. I do mind overhang. I really do mind overhang. I am an overhang freak, but you said I had to put it on your mod, so I'm going to do that. Basically, I'm like forever in your debt, Michelle, so I have to, jump through hoops, and that's fine by me. Beautiful, gorgeous, phenomenal, wonderful, beauteous. Wait, did I ever say beauteous? Anyways. Chunkmeister just came back. We are all good as far as I'm concerned, as far as I know. Everything looks good on my end here, so I hope it's good for you guys. And you missed the entire build, so you're going to have to watch a replay. But airflow is actually good. It's really smooth. And overall, it's a fairly pleasant vaping experience. No dry hits. I thought I was going to get dry hits. No dry hits. Almost silent airflow. Well, the stream is stable. My mental state, on the other hand, is questionable. But I do have a good old apple juice for tonight, so I should be fine. Man, that's a damn good vape. I'm very happy with that. I kind of want to like do this in squonk mode just to test it out, but I'm a little bit weary of that just because I'm terrified of like the wicking on this thing not being able to keep up and having those separate pieces of cotton and whatnot. Yeah, that one was a little dry, but our cotton itself is fairly dry too. So that's actually appropriate. I can see why I got a little bit of a dry hit there. But juicing this thing, I kind of try to avoid the little coils themselves, because if you get juice down in there, it's just going to be like a volcano and just shoot the hot liquid, you know, all over the place. That's what she said. Oh, God. Tastes fine to me. Flavor's good. Vapor's good. Airflow's good. I'm fairly happy with this. I'm actually going to keep these coils in there for a little bit and use the setup. One thing I will do is swap out this drip tip here. Yeah, why not? Let's use this one. I like mixing and matching. Michelle, I'm sorry. I'm going to take it off your mod. I will be using your mod tonight on the show, though, so stay tuned for that. On Vape Stew, you will see Dull Dime number 20. But I'm going to put it back on the V for right now. I'm going to crank it up a little bit. Chunkmeister asked if I'm coming over to the London Vape Show. Yes, I am. I will be there. I'll see you guys soon. What do you think? That tip? Does that tip work? I think it works. Works for me, at least. That's all that matters, I suppose. All right, let's throw the batteries back in here. My hands are covered in juice now. Get the old Adore rag out again. I need some more likes on this video, man. We finally got it up and running, and I finally did this build that I wanted to show you guys. I know it was a little bit choppy. I might end up doing a standalone video of this build again, just as like a normal Fresh Build Friday video, because of the chaos that is Fresh Build Friday Live. But hopefully the next time we stream, it'll be a lot better. Oh, it would be helpful if I turned it on. I'm going to do 4 volts. All right, little bit much. Let's go 3.7. There we go. That's a little bit better. Yeah, it does go dry pretty quick, but not too bad. Not bad. I'm into it. I'm definitely into it. So yeah, I guess we'll just chill for a minute here, guys. If you want to, ask some questions or anything like that, I'm totally down. I know a lot of you guys have been chatting away and over here in chat, and I've been missing a lot of it. Oh, I was on top chat that entire time. Son of a bitch. Let's see. I'm gonna go switch back to the Rage for a minute. Bare Bones, sorry you missed the build, man. Chunkmeister, hotel should be sorted. that's all up to the promoter. He's taking care of all that for all the Vape Finder reviewers. Noob questions away, man. DC Rackley wants to ask a noob question. By all means. That's why I'm here. But yeah. Any questions you guys might have, ask away. Now's your time. Gonna probably do this for another 5-10 minutes, and then we're out. Time to go home and relax before the stew. Ty Decker, this is actually attempt number 3 for me today. First 2 didn't go so well, but I ended up doing it right. Connor Dixon asks, what's my all-day vape? It changes all the time. Where is my all-day vape? Oh, it's still in my vape bag today. So I guess it's not today's all-day vape. However, recently, if I can get it out of my bag, that would be helpful. There we go. Recently, my all-day vape has been the Defiant Designs TS. It's no longer Drip Tech. With the Recoil Rebel on top, the full purple setup, purple people eater, dock tip on top of there with some, what's in this? Nasty Juice? I think there's some Nasty Juice in here. If I'm not mistaken. I forget which flavor. I don't know. There's a million. Oh, you know what? It's this one. Bad Blood right now. Bad Blood is in the bottle. And you literally get 1 fill out of these TPD bottles. This bottle right here will hold 10 mils of juice. So you get 1 fill, and that's it. So, man, I feel bad for you guys over there in the UK and EU. Just because, you're stuck with those TPD bottles unless you want to do a short fill. But hopefully that changes for you guys pretty soon. Put this setup. Oh, no, it's not Nasty Juice. I'm sorry. This is Menthol Molotov. That's right. This is Menthol Molotov by Riot Squad. That's right. The Bad Blood is in my Nunchaku. This guy. I've really been loving this one, this setup here. Barry wants to know what's a good build for a series mod. My go-to series mod build is, man, I forget how many wraps right now, but Fuse Clapton's using 27 gauge Kanthal. I changed it recently. 27 gauge Kanthal cores and 38, 40, 36, doesn't really matter the outer wire to me. I mean, if you want to get fancy, you go 40 gauge, but some smaller gauge, nichrome or Kanthal, doesn't really matter. I prefer a full Kanthal build if I'm doing it for series, just to raise that a little tiny bit more, get that 1 extra wrap in there, and get it so that you have a lot of surface area. But I like to keep it right around 0.35. I think it was like a 10 wrap, if I'm not mistaken. I really can't remember. I did a build video on it not that long ago. I can't remember which build it was now. It was quite a few weeks ago. It was I think it was like a couple months ago. Do I have any VGod mods? No, I do not. Don't have anything by VGod. TC Rackley, I've been using Nichrome 80 and got some stainless steel. What are the major differences? I think flavor and resistance overall. Stainless steel has a low resistance. Nichrome 80 has a slightly higher resistance, but lower than Kanthal. I tend to get the best flavor from stainless steel, in my opinion. Nichrome 80 is pretty damn good, but I do get a teensy bit of more of like a kind of flavor from it, I suppose. So personally, I prefer stainless steel when I can use it, but 9 times out of 10, the resistance is just too low because I usually go a gauge or 2 lower. So if I'm normally using 22 gauge, I would use 24 or maybe 26 gauge stainless steel. And then I also add an extra wrap or 2. So it's all down to resistance. I like having stainless steel for greater surface area, whereas normally I do like a 6-wrap coil, I do an 8-wrap coil, so you get that little bit extra surface area in there. As long as it makes sense, you know, I instead of doing a, you know, 8-wrap coil, I'd do a 10-wrap coil, etc. But if it gets out of hand, like sometimes it can get a little bit too hot in the center. But that's when you switch over to nichrome. Let's see, best build for a pulse kit. I've done a build video on that too. Pulse 24, dual aliens. Personally, I like doing a single coil for a mechanical squonk mod because it's going to be less taxing on the battery. You get a longer, you know, battery life, and I still get a hell of a good vape. Actually, best in my opinion for a single battery mechanical squonk box would be a triple 28 gauge stainless steel alien with 36 or 38 outer wire. That is like bomb. That is on point. What's an ohm out? Oh man, for the series build, I like to keep my series builds around 0.35 to 0.4. It's my all-time favorite there. Nick, of all the coils you've built in your tutorials, which was the most satisfying? Ooh, that's a tricky question. Probably, you know what, going all the way back to the zipper build, because that was like one of the trickiest builds at the time, and I was able to do it with, you know, decent ease, I suppose. So that build for me was very, very satisfying, gratifying, and it just gave me all the warm and fuzzies when I did that one, because I felt really good about myself after doing that. Let's see. Tank track works awesome in the Athena. Okay, Dan, thanks for chiming in with that one. Appreciate it. Have fun in Switzerland. For a single coil squonker, I use 24 gauge parallel. Yeah, that works as well. It kind of ohms out to what a dual coil would be, but you're using a single core there. Well, single coil technically, I suppose. Do you have any tips for longer battery life? I've been using a mech for a while. Whoa, lost it. Hold on. Go back. Using a mech for a while, but my battery is drained within an hour, a half hour for some reason. Well, it comes down to resistance. So if you're using like a 0.08 or something, then yeah, you're going to lose some battery life real quick. And if that's the case, if you want longer battery life, get yourself a parallel box mod like a Titan or something like that, where it's got 2 batteries wired in parallel. That way you get more battery life, and it's also safer because it still splits the ohms across both batteries. So that would really solve your problem. But as far as a proper mech build that doesn't kill your batteries like that, 24 gauge nichrome, 6 wraps, 3 millimeters, probably ohm out around 0.2-ish. It's not going to give you a hellaciously hot build or a hot vape or anything, but it'll make your batteries last a little bit longer. Okay, chat's going real quick now. Hold on. Let's see. Will I be reviewing the Rune by Voopoo? No, I have sworn off Voopoo until actually there's been talks of reviewers getting back on their good side, I suppose, or them getting back on the good side of reviewers, but I'm not sure what the whole situation is with that. I think we've kind of all came to the agreement that if they support advocacy, then, you know, that's kind of paying their dues kind of thing, but meh, I don't know. I've seen the Rune. It looks like a you know, bunch of other stuff that's came out recently, and I don't know, it doesn't really interest me by Voopoo. I don't know. There's better RDAs out there. I'll just say that. Let's see. Recommendations for a first mech and build. Well, Patrick King, if you know Ohm's Law and you can understand the concepts behind battery safety and mech safety, then yeah, I think you're ready for a mech. If that's the case, the first mech, ooh, I don't know. That's a tricky one. There's not a whole lot out right now that really wows me, but The Wismec one is pretty interesting. I forget what it's called. Wismec. They just came out with it not too long ago. RX Machina. That's the one. That one is good. I mean, decent for the price. Let's just say that. And as far as a build is concerned, keep it simple. Round wire, 24 gauge, 6 wrap. Keep it simple. Keep the ohms up a tiny bit higher until you're more comfortable. That way you don't get vicious dry hits, because it's going to happen, I'm telling you. Which was the best you've made and vaped? I don't know. That's a tricky question, man. My favorite build of all time is a Fused Clapton, but I've been really digging Tricore Fused Clapton recently. I've been digging Frame Staples and Aliens. I think Aliens are just kind of like the artsy, fancy coil for not a lot of payoff, but Frame Staple is definitely one of my favorites recently, and I'm going to try to build that one, but man, ribbon wire just escapes me. I just can't seem to manage it. Let's see. When am I going to build an Enigma? I think that's what you meant there, Matt. Probably never. There you go. I am not a super talented coil builder, if you couldn't tell. I'm average at best, but yeah, Enigmas, nah. I have no interest in that. I barely have any interest in aliens, building aliens at least. What's up, Mobro? Big shout out to Vaping with Mobro. Go check out his channel. Michelle gave us a big old wow. Let's see. Best build for the recurve. I don't know what the feed link is. I'm a terrible reviewer. What do I have built in there right now? I don't know. Probably something like a Tricore Fused Clapton, or multi-strand Fused Clapton would be good. An Alien might be good. Just a single Alien. 3 millimeters, something like that. Just keep it simple. There's no Sabs this weekend. We'll be back the weekend after this one, so next weekend. What's the best mech with a locking ring? Man, what mech has a locking ring nowadays? Man, I don't know. I don't have a lot of mechs. I don't really use mechs all that much. And the mechs that I do have don't have locking rings. Locking rings? Man, I don't even think those are a thing anymore. The coil art one, I think, has a locking ring. Some sort of locking mechanism, maybe. Does it? Oh, yeah, you just screw it in to lock it. Yeah, that's what it is. Sure, coil art. There you go. Mage mech. Let's see. Where does this one even go? There it is. Yeah, I really don't use mechs all that much. Let's see. Feedlink is Aspire's Squonk. Oh, yeah, that thing. Gotcha. I mean, a mod's a mod, basically. If it puts out wattage, then it should be the same on any wattage device. How's the grip looking? Very patinaed. Where is my grip? There it is. Ugh. Dirty. Need to polish it. But yeah, it's a lot of fun to mess around with. Oh, it's got a battery in there. Yeah, it's all right. Definitely needs a polish. Let's see. What's the worst juice I've ever vaped? MYLK by Bruel. I think Bruel made that one. No. Who made MYLK? It's disgusting. I think Brewell did make that one. I can't remember, but either way, it's called MYLK, and it's a condensed milk flavor, and it is god-awful. I like a little bit of patina, but that's just like gross. Like you can feel it on your hands, patina. Personally, brass I like polished. I mean, if the patina is nice and evenly, then I'll say okay, but when it starts going green, that's when you really, really just got to polish it up. Mechs with mech boxes with locks. There you go. That's actually a good idea. Tube mechs, though, I don't really get into it. Yeah, Brewell makes it. Ugh. Blah. If you could unbuy that grip, would I? Probably. Honestly, I mean, it's not really my cup of tea. I'm not a mech guy. And to be fair, I might actually sell it after the review. I don't know. It was really an unnecessary purchase for me. And now, especially, you know, me buying a new car and everything, probably not the best time to be spending that much money on a mod. So probably going to end up selling it after I do the review. But it's not a bad device. It's just not my cup of tea. That's all. What's up, Joel? Joel's in chat. How's it going, man? I like patinas, but it's got to be like a force patina, like that blue-green on copper. That looks gorgeous. Enders says, for the tube, should I buy copper or brass? I'm going to go with brass. I mean, obviously copper hits harder, but it also, if it's like kind of a lower quality copper, then it usually smells like pennies like after a day. And you're going to have to polish that thing every 2 seconds. Brass will last you at least a few days in between polishes without, you know, as long as your hands are pretty clean. You can get a couple days in between polishing, but I don't know. I'm going to have to just go with brass. Sorry. Copper for me, just every single day you got to polish that thing, unless you wear white gloves when you're vaping on it. What's up, MK BMX? Sup, bro? Love your videos. I'm new to the vape life, and I find coil building amazing. Well, you came to the right place, except when I screw up my stream and glitches out on me big time. But other than that, yeah, building for me is my zen. It's my relaxation. So when it's a build that I'm capable of doing, sometimes it gets a little bit hairy, but it often gets a bit hairy when it comes to me, I guess. Matt Chandler says brass if you like shiny. There you go. Best single coil RDA. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm ready to call it that. I think it's going to be the recurve for the time being. There's a lot of competition this year. Single coil RDA. I mean, the Templar is really, really freaking good. The Dead Rabbit SQ is really freaking good. The recurve is really freaking good. And there's a couple other ones. I had mentioned one earlier in the year that I really liked. I'm going to have to go back through my videos in order to find that one. But, yeah, there's a lot of really good single coil RDAs right now. Yeah, I didn't buy Demo's Ferrari. I'm not even a sports car guy. I bought a hybrid. I want to save myself some money, not spend $10 every foot that I drive. Renaissance wax. Jewelers use it to stop brass and copper from oxidizing as quickly. Oh, that's a good tip there, actually. There you go. Thanks, Vaping Irish. Let's see. White glove vaping. Hashtag elitist. Ryan Kraus, thank you so much for the super chat, brother. Really do appreciate it. You know what? But I will say, though, if you're willing to give me money, then you should definitely give some money to the Fight the Suit funding program that they got running right now. We're going to be talking about it on the stew tonight a little bit. And give what you can. I'm going to give some money when I get home. I'm going to donate some money to that. But yeah, if you're willing to give me money, then give a couple of bucks to them. because they need it more than, well, I mean, I need it pretty bad right now. But yeah, I think the FDA lawsuit is a little bit more important at this point. Or yeah, I think that's the FDA lawsuit. But yeah, thank you, Ryan, for that. Really do appreciate it. What do you think who do you think is the best upcoming reviewer? Me. No, I'm just kidding. Upcoming reviewer. That's a loaded question because I got a lot of upcoming reviewers in the panel in the chat right now. I'm going to pick a few. So I'm going to pick the guys from Savs, obviously. You know, I think those guys are awesome. Chris, Empire Vape Co., Mike's Max Reviews, and Jay from Live Vape and Chill. Those guys are all amazing. I think Jared the Vaping Goat is definitely making a name for himself. Red Fox, she's right now in chat. She's really good. Make sure you guys go check her out. I love seeing the female vape reviewer presence, and Kimmy Vapes for that matter as well. Who else? I'm going to have to shout out Mark Solome. I've always been a big fan of his reviews. I've been watching him for over a year now. Dean the Devil Vapor. All my friends from the UK, honestly. Postman, Vaping Postman's good. But yeah, there's just so many of them. Vaping with Ken. I really can't wait for him to get back on his feet somewhere where he can, you know, properly set up his computer and get good internet access and everything, and start doing like video reviews again, because he's been doing what he can from the car and the vape shop and that kind of thing, and he's still putting out content. So I got to give him some credit for that. And yeah, give him $2 so he can get back on his feet and get moving on reviews already. But yeah, there's so many of them, man. There's so many like up and coming vape reviewers. I gotta show some love for, you know, Demo, Stan, and Joel as well. Demo Vapes, Mr. Just Right One, and Tenacious TX Vapes, of course. Gotta show some love for those guys. But I feel like the UK guys have a much bigger struggle because their videos don't get out to nearly as many American viewers as an American does to get into the UK market, for that matter. Ken and Jared need to stream together. I feel like Ken and Jared need to like live together in an apartment and like be best buds. I feel like those guys would be a freaking riot together. Let's see. Yeah, Jared deserves his reputation. He works hard and he doesn't pull punches. He says what every other person wants to say without any hesitation. So big shout out to Jared. He has overcome a lot, you know, with his disabilities and everything. So, you know, got to show that dude some love. I haven't vaped in like 5 minutes. I think my coil is starting to go in that nunchaku. Yeah, a lot of the English guys say whatever they want to as well. I feel like a lot of the American guys are too afraid to step on toes and too afraid to offend. And, you know, I feel like that's just the culture that we live in nowadays. And I'm one of them, so I guess I'm kind of guilty of that as well. Oh, Chunkmeister, can't forget you, buddy. You've been in chat the whole time, or pretty much the whole time. You caught my screw-up stream, so you get 5 extra bonus points. Let's see. Do you think space coils survive longer? No. No. It highly depends on what juice you use. So if you use coil gunking juice, your coil is going to get gunked. It's just going to happen. If you use nice clean juice, your coil is going to last longer. Contact coils versus space coils, I don't think it makes that much of a difference. Ohm Serum, take it easy. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah. All right, guys. I think that's going to do it for me. We've been doing this for a while, so I got to get home and get ready for the stew. But with that being said, Thank you guys all for joining me for the third tries a charm stream here. Hopefully next time goes better. I think I might do it or try to do it from home next time, just because it can be a bit of a pain when we're running the TV, the system actually runs off the internet. Everything runs off the internet, and I'm here on Wi-Fi. So next time will be better. All right. So stick with me, guys. Really do appreciate all the love and support. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And as always, vape on.